Okay, so how many of you spend hours or even days every month creating reports for clients or even for yourself? Um, Data nerds, we love our metrics and everything in one place where we keep these important performance scores organized, and we just love to dig into the numbers. But the thing is, Facebook's interface is not for everyone, and even if it's very easy for you to dig into the numbers, maybe your clients don't like to mess around here and create add different columns and just create reports every month, and probably they don't have the time, probably they find the interface very sluggish, which it is, and they want simple and clean Google Sheets reports. So in this video, we'll go through a very simple make automation, and grab the important information from our campaigns and drop it in a Google Sheet. We used to spend 2-3 hours every month per client to create this kind of reports, because every client has a specific KPIs and they're interested in different metrics. So we decided to cut this time off and fully automate the process. So today we'll go through the very basics and just use some very simple reports, which you can upgrade over time and add more and more sophistication if needed. So right now we use a very small client that has that recently had a campaign running for a couple of months, a video ad campaign focusing on audience engagement. And we would like to make an automation that every week comes here, reads the data and adds it to a Google Sheet so that the client can easily track the progress and the performance. So how to get started? First, we need to actually create a scenario and then start building. So the first thing we'll have to do is make sure we have our Facebook connected to Make. If you haven't done this already, we have a separate video for that, but let's just focus on today's task. We need a Facebook. Okay, let's see. Facebook Ads Campaign Management. This is the module we need, and more specifically it is list campaigns. Now I already have my Facebook connection set up, and here I should be able to see the business ID that I'm interested in. Yes, this is it. This is the business ID, and now I have to select the ad account ID. If you have more than one ad accounts in the business manager, you'll be able to select the one you need. Here under limit, it allows you to limit the amount of campaigns you retrieve during one execution cycle. If you know that you have lots of running campaigns, you can adjust this limit according to your needs. In my case, there was only one campaign, so the limit of 10 is fine. So we click save, and once we run this module, it should retrieve our campaigns from the ad account. At this point, it will list all campaigns that were ever created. And from now on, we need to filter only the campaigns we're interested in. As you can see here, this is fairly unused account. Had a couple of active campaigns back in 2020 and only one campaign in 2025. Now this campaign is paused because this it advertises a fairly how to say, it's a product that is people are most interested in during the winter months, and winter and spring, so it's not activated right now. We'll turn it on just to show you how you do this when you actually have active campaigns. So as you can see here, this is the campaign I'm talking about, and below there are other campaigns that we've run in the past. So far everything looks good. Now we need to add another module to actually dig through the data, and it's called Facebook Insights. Again, go Facebook, you can just type it, get insights. And again, we need to make some setup here. We need insights on a campaign level. So we just click campaign, and again select our business manager and ad account. Okay, and here is the campaign. Oops. Here is the campaign. We can choose which campaign we want to get insights for, or we can map the campaign from the previous module. We can just click map, and here we go campaign ID. And a couple of more options here. We can either select a time range or a couple of time ranges, or we can select a date preset. For example, I like to work with date preset, and here I can choose from data for this week, data for last week, or for last month, or for the last 7 days. It doesn't really depend. You can choose whatever you need. I think I'll probably go with Let's see. I will do it with this year because the campaign is not actually running. But if you go and do it with ad account that has active campaigns regularly, and every month you have different campaigns, you'll probably need last month, or let's say last week or something like this. But I think this one stopped delivering like, I don't know, at the end of June, something like this. So if we choose last month, there will be no data coming. So let's just use this year, and this is the place where we choose what fields we'd like to pull from Facebook. So I need so again, these are going to our Google Sheet, which we'll create in a second. So what I'm interested in is the campaign name, the campaign ID. Also, I'm interested in the clicks. I'm interested, this is a video campaign, so not much conversions or conversion value, but let's say CPC and CTR, date start and date stop. This will give me an idea for the period when this campaign was active. And I'm interested also in frequency. Again, here, based on your KPIs or your client's KPIs, you can choose whatever metrics you need. I'm interested also in impressions. And let's see if everything, reach is interesting. And of course, spent. I'd like to know how much I've spent on this campaign. And okay, that's it. Breakdowns don't really make sense for this particular account, so I'll leave it as it is. Of course, if we need to add them at a later stage, we can do this. So yeah, I think that's it. Again, if you want this to run regularly, you can do so by changing the preset and changing the time the automation runs, but we'll figure out this later. At this moment, we don't need that. So I think that's it. We don't need filters, so no filters here. Click save. Okay. And now if you run the automation again, you will actually not only have a list of your campaigns, but get the actual insights and the actual metrics that we defined here, and we'll be able to see them here in the module. Now we just wait for this to finish. And while we wait, we can go and actually create a new Google Sheet where the data will be sent. So just let's give it a name. Facebook Auto Reports, and the name of the client. Okay. And now let's see what we have here. Okay, we have the data for our campaign, which was 2025 video ad engagement. This is the campaign name. We have the clicks, we have the cost per click, we have the CTR, the start date, the end date, and frequency, impressions, reach, spent, everything we wanted. Here we don't have any other bundles. No, these are empty because the campaigns that were listed here had no delivery this year, so we'll have zero information. That's totally fine. We can filter this and actually run the second module only for active campaigns by adding a little filter here, which let's give it a name, active campaigns only. And the condition is here is status should be active, and be careful because this is case sensitive. So click save your scenario once again. And now if we run the scenario again, the Get Insights module will run only once because we filtered it to go over the active campaigns only. So here we can actually go and create our columns. So we have start date, we have end date, we have spend, we have reach, impressions, frequency, clicks, what else, CTR, and did I miss something? Now, as you can see here, only one bundle because only one campaign was active this year. So CPC I have to add, yeah, I think CPC is the only one that's missing here. Okay, CPC. Good. Now, what else do we need to do? So CPC, as you see, it comes a little bit in a different format compared to what you see in the Ads Manager. So let's just find it. Where is it? Okay, so our average CPC was €1.92, and what do we see here? I wonder how is it formatted here? Okay, this is cost per click. Oh, okay. So yeah, it's correct. I'm just okay. This one is cost per link click. Sorry, I'm looking at the wrong column. So yeah, again, CPC is correctly formatted. CTR is also correctly formatted. Clicks, everything looks nice. Oh, we have link clicks. Maybe this one is up. This one is also interesting, but no, it's, I don't know. I don't remember. I don't think this campaign leads to a website at all. So I don't care about link clicks at this moment. Okay, so now how do we send this data to Google Sheets? We need to add a Google Sheets module and select add a row. And again, if you don't know how to connect your Google Sheets to Make, go check our video We have a tutorial for that. Now I will show you how you can manually select your Google Sheet by ID. So this is your ID, this very long string of letters and digits. Copy this, paste it here, and it should work. For some reason it doesn't always work so simply. So let's go back to search by path, and you can, if you know where you've created your sheet or know its name, let's see, Facebook doesn't find it like that. I have to go to work, and then automations, and now we should be able to see it. Yes, Facebook auto reports. Okay, we work with the first sheet. Table has headers, and okay, now we have to map our values. So start date comes from here, the end dates. It stops spent. Where is the spent? Okay, reach. This is our reach. Impressions, frequency, clicks, click-through rate, and CPC. Okay. Now I want this in an unformatted way. So click save. And again, if we run a test, we should actually see this data coming here. And it's very important to run this to run the test and check how the metrics are coming in, because we'll probably need to do some formatting. Yes, this is the way dates are formatted. It's a bit hard to read like this, so we need to change that. And we probably need to adjust the number of digits here, because it's too much right now. So let's start with the dates. Let's make them more appealing. So you can either use the integrated formula here, which is okay, let's go with format date. Okay, and how do we want this formatted? As you can see here in the explanation window, you can choose between different formats. I prefer day, month, and year, so I will do it like this. So day, month, year, and it should be totally fine. And the same goes with our end date. Format date. Oh, this comes up every time. Somewhat annoying. So again, date, a day, month, and year. Okay. So our spend was fine. And what was a bit unappealing, so frequency and click-through rate and CPC. So we need to figure this out as well. So how do we do this? We'll probably need to use the format number. And yeah, okay, let's just go. So frequency, let's try and do format number. So this is our, come on, so we need only 2 decimal points, and our separator is going to be a dot, and after the dot we don't have 1,000 separators, so we just leave it as this. And what was else? Click-through rate and CPC. Okay, let's just go and build a formula here as well. So format number, you can drag and drop it, but sometimes it's a bit a mess. Dot is our decimal separator, and the same goes for CPC. So this is our CPC. We want 2 decimal points. We want our decimal separator to be a dot, and we don't need 1,000 separator. So after we click save and run this scenario, we should actually see another row added here, but this time with the correct format. If for some reason it doesn't work, we might need to actually do the formatting here in a separate module before sending the data to Google Sheets. But let's just give it a try and see how it goes. So again, it's fetching information from our Facebook account. Just need to wait. Again, it's going to fetch the exact same campaigns, so there should be no difference. And yeah, this is what I was talking about. Okay. Here, as you can see, dates are messed up, and it's because I forgot to add an apostrophe here before the formula. You need to add an apostrophe, and this will prevent Google Sheets from messing around with the numbers, with the format date. But let's see, what else can we optimize here? So we can add the currency symbol here. We can add a separator here under reach and impressions and clicks to make it even easier for the eye. So format number, again drag this at the beginning of the formula, 0 decimal points. So the formula goes like this, and here you add space, All right. Now the same for impressions. So format number impressions comes here at the very beginning. So 0, get rid of this the space, so 0 here, and another space at the end. Okay, impressions, what else? Clicks. Let's build the formula again. So format number and clicks. Get rid of the extra space. I lost the clicks. Here they are. Why does it? Okay. So 0 and another space at the end. All right, now I think we are good to go. Hit save, run the scenario again, and let's hope everything is fine now. Now here in the fourth row actually, you should see the results formatted the way we need them. So yes, this is exactly what I wanted. So our start date was 1st of January 2025, and the end date is basically today, 22nd of August 2025. Our spend is correct now. Our reach and impressions are easier to read. Every metric is easier to read. So from now on, we can actually go and update and build over this automation as much as we need. You can create separate sheets for your Facebook delivery, for your Instagram delivery. You can run this every day, every month, as often as you need. So let's say this ad will actually continue delivering, and I say that I want monthly reports on it. So how should I do that? Select here days of the month. So on the first day of every month, I want to run this scenario, and I need to adjust this module to use the preset which is last month. So in this case, if I leave it as is and we assume this campaign is constantly running, on the 1st of September the automation will fire and fetch data for the month of August and fill it here. Of course, you can do this at scale with as many accounts as you need. You can use this data and create visual graphics to present to your clients or to monitor some trends. You can use this data and send it to Looker Studio in Google and present it in a more graphic way. So yeah, that's it. That's the most basic automation you can do for your Facebook ads reports. Again, if you want, you can add more metrics here and add more dimensions. As I mentioned, you can split your metrics based on the audience, based on the ad group level, based on ad level. But for the purpose of this video, I think this is like enough of an example just to get you thinking what you can do for your business. So yeah, hope that helps. Thanks.